Oh, that feels better. That feels a lot better. Update on the old bike, because as I mentioned a couple of times, the battery's been a bit... I took it there to see if it was the battery, make sure it's not the rectifier or the other part, whose name I've just forgotten, because I got prices on them just in case. And anyway, took it there, said to the guy, I have an issue, explained what it was. He took the keys off me, went out to the bike to try and start it, and he went, the battery had completely fucking died. I'm so glad it died at the shop, because that would have been awkward. And I can tell you now that it was like, I've got brand new battery in it now, obviously. It was definitely the battery. It's got its perk back. It's really, like, it feels happy. Look at that fucking dog. It's so happy. Thank you, CJ Ball at Norwich. Oh, on top of that, I met someone today who's seen my review of the SV650, and they're going to test ride it today. They've actually seen the bike sitting, ready to be test ridden. I was hoping to see the guy, but I think he's inside doing all the licensing stuff before I left, but sadly no. And I'm not waiting around, it's too hot and I've got to go home. But it is nice to know, so I was stuck between that and the second-hand Kawasaki W800 there, and I helped sway them just that little bit towards the SV650. I'm not saying the W800 is a bad bike, but I think it's not as good. Nice to see everyone about on such a sunny day. You know it's hot when even I don't wear proper trousers. I've got my chef trousers on today. It's that hot. I'm really feeling it. And core blimey. Yep, that battery's definitely helped. Alternator, that was the word. The regulator, or the rectifier? The alternator and the rectifier. That were the other two things. So you've got three parts to your battery system. Your regulator, your rectifier, and your alternator. No, sorry. You've got your three parts of your system. Your battery, your rectifier, and your alternator. If it's if it's not the battery, it's one of the other two, not sorting the problem can cause bigger issues down the line. I was so very tempted to test ride so many things there today, what with the heat and that, but I thought, as soon as it's done, I've got to get back. I've got other stuff to do, and I've got tomorrow to test ride stuff instead. Mrs. is at work, Bailout will play. I've got 5 hours tomorrow to ride for as long as I like before I have to go and pick her up from work. Unless I can convince her to take the train, I'm going to be a happy old chappy. Going to go find some roads I don't know. And so I got talking to some bloke at CJ Ball. He's the same age as my dad. He has had a collection of bikes. Basically, we were going through the pre-owned stuff, and there is not a lot he didn't have or didn't want, I suppose, as well. Which is brilliant. Like, oh, I used to have this and this and this. You know, I got married, so I had to be more sensible, so I got this, 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 and this. But now I've got this. I used to have that. That one's actually mine. I traded it in. Then I've got this. Got talking to him about the Honda NC, because he's currently got an NC 750X and he's not liking it. And I was talking to him about how many miles he does on it, and he's like, I bought it from new. I was like, I bought mine from new as well, that's convenient. And he said he started to note a gearbox fault, and I went, don't worry, that'll be joined by many other faults. And we're discussing how it's a shame that because of costs and that, build quality's going down. I mean, not just for Honda, but for a lot of companies. Whereas there's other companies whose quality's going up somehow, and it makes you wonder what they're skimping on, what in the future is going to go horribly, horribly wrong, if that's all right now. Actually, the dude invited me to the Advanced Motorcycle Riders Club in Norwich, which meets up every Sunday night, but sadly it's very rare I get a Sunday night off. But if I can get one off, I'm definitely going. I'm saying that much. I'd love to get a dirt bike and sneak in there. I would like to get past these cars, because there's a nice bit of road coming up that is ruined by slow cars. I mean, cars that slow down because it's a corner, and it's a lovely corner. Oh, the shit I just got in my face. It's a bacon farm! Nice. Very, very nice. Jesus Christ, there's some big pigs. Feeding the fucking thing steroids or something? Right, I'm getting enough of bugs in the face. Little known fact, pigs can get anorexia. I'm not joking like that either. I know where you live. I know where you live. Oh nice, there's been cows and shit in the wall. Stones, that's clever. Never noticed that before. And here come the corners. that I really like the cars are in. I mean, this one's not too bad. Cars can carry around that one alright. It's the next one. Oh, why is it so hot? I think it's currently 25 degrees, no, 24 degrees. Well, that really ruined this corner. But it's not as hot as it was in that kitchen yesterday. Standing next to the open windows and the open doors, it was 33.2 degrees. You stood near the ovens, and I don't mean next to them, I mean like far enough away that you're not doing work on them. You can't reach them to do stuff, but you're still where you've got to work. 38.6 degrees. Holy crap, you work with the oven or next to the steamer and you might as well just melt. You get a tan inside, it's that hot. It's insane. I think at some point I am going to have to go and see TVBS Joban X. He is the outro man for the people that get that far. I remember this road on this bike well. When I first bought this bike, I didn't want to take the main road, I wanted to get used to it. You know, take the slower roads. But without being fucking dead straight line in traffic slow roads, if you get what I mean. So I brought it back here. Oh, there was a nice puddle there, it splashed me up and cooled me down. Oh, probably full of cow piss or something, but I'll deal with that later. And I rolled it up this road, panniers and top box, still on the bike. And fuck did I have a shock when I came to that junction up there. I mean, I was getting used to the power of it, and I was like, right, it's got this amount of power, I can give the throttle some, it'll go like, woof, and all that stuff. I got to this junction where I had to turn off, not thinking about the power and the fact I had the top box and panniers on, which of course added weight. I was more thinking of just getting out of the junction, so of course I straightened it up and just went, and the front wheel came up. I mean, it didn't then, I didn't give it enough, but it fucking did then. So of course the wind catches the top box, which acts as, I've got the top box on now, but it didn't do it enough. And the panniers as well acts as a pivot point. There's a weight over, like behind the back wheel, so it acts to counter your weight on the front. Just enough for you to lift it off. If anyone who drives a car and doesn't ride a motorcycle, or even drives a car and does ride a motorcycle, can tell me why people slow down when it's hot in cars, I would be very grateful. I can understand when it's cold and wet, but when it's hot and dry, I have no idea. Pins and needles in my hand. Before I go away, I might actually fit some fat grips on this. Putting all those fat grips. Ooh. Why is there traffic? You bastards.
If you like this video, be sure to click like and subscribe.
Even that.